What's going on, guys? I think I finally have enough cash set aside to buy what we are going to be buying for the Jeep's motor. We're gonna do a cam, high flow oil pump, timing chain, springs, lifters, head gaskets, and studs or ARP bolts, whatever's in stock really. I've kind of had the money, but this new shop it's more expensive than the old one, so I've been just kind of trying to play it safe and not spread myself too thin. I've been negating to do the windshield on this thing for a long time, just because it's kind of a hassle and it's tedious welding and grinding. So we're gonna tackle that. And then this engine bay is disgusting. There's a bunch of little things we need to clean up on here. Oh, the joys of welding thin, dirty metal. Also, I think I need a new pair of welding gloves. I don't know. So many little embers. You can see all those little metals. That stuff was popping freaking everywhere, and it got all inside my gloves. I got 2 on my foots. Regardless, you saw how this twisted before. There's no twisty. Still got to fill those in. We got enough of this little piece of metal to do that. Structuring this was goal numero uno. Some of it turned out pretty decent. Nice little tiny welds. After that, we're gonna hit all this, fill in some of these gaps, grind that down. Probably gonna have to go over these sides. Probably gonna have to weld this and grind it and do that sequence at least 2 times. Gonna do some body work with some welding before we do the actual body work. So that's what we're gonna do right now. All right, so we got most of this the way I want it. We still have a couple little tiny little holes kind of throughout, but all the hard work is done. So we're gonna do a little bit of touch up. When we move shops, I thought I did a good job of moving everything, but I think the color match paint that I had for the Jeep, I think I may have thrown it away by accident because it is gone. So I think instead of just doing gloss black, I do hydro dipping, right? And there's not a single thing on that that's hydro dipped yet. So I thought, well, let's hydro dip that.
Bye. Nice knowing you, man. Are the wheels tight?
I don't know. Did you check that?
Yeah.
Those freaking dingleberries. We have 2 trailers. And they chose to pull that thing to Mina's house with a rope. And real quick, I'm going to show you just maybe a minute and a half of me dipping these 4 wheels. Because believe it or not, I haven't done a set of carbon fiber wheels. So I'm gonna lay the film on the water, and then I'm gonna get just a ton of different angles of all 4 wheels, but make it look like one dip basically. But that way you get kind of the idea, and you get to watch the film kind of go into the spokes. And then I'll show you a quick glimpse of me clearing them and a quick finished product, and then I'll get back to the Jeep. So we're never gonna do that again. I had nothing to hold on to. I got covered. It was heavy. It didn't turn out perfect. It's good enough to roll with, but that was a giant pain in the butt. So if any of you want this done, I'm not doing it. I made a mistake, which is kind of okay because the whole windshield dipping idea was a mistake. But it's okay. We're gonna make it better. Whoa! It took everything I had not to just karate chop this thing. So I had a ton of orange peel on this thing, and so that's what I was wet sanding. And you could see all of those freaking pinholes. And so typically that is from not enough activator. If the film doesn't like liquefy all the way, then when you dip the part, it doesn't stick to the part, and instead it just forms little air bubbles all over the place. And I didn't see most of this in the booth because the windshield was tilted like this. So you kind of just saw, it kind of just looked black. And so from afar, I was like, yeah, that turned out pretty sweet. And then now with the light hitting it, you can really see, I mean, they're literally everywhere. They're all over the place. So, okay, so that's mistake number one, which I was kind of aware of and I didn't like it. Mistake number two is forcing us to really make some changes. I burnt through the clear right on that hard edge, maybe, but I don't know. I cleared this yesterday, so maybe the clear is too soft for me to be doing what I'm doing. So, time to be creative. So really, okay, so in hindsight, I should have just color matched that because dipping it was very difficult. Looks pretty cool. Never gonna do that again, ever. I've had these now, don't judge yet because most of my ideas are stupid or they sound dumb until you see them. But I've had some stencils hanging out. So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if this is the one I'm gonna go with yet, but what I'm thinking is that fits pretty well on there. Since I burned through the clear there, I'm not gonna redip the whole thing for that one spot, but what would fix that one spot is some black paint. So instead of just making a tape line, paint that black, the whole thing has those air bubbles all over it, except the backside. The backside looks good because it's just gloss black and there ain't nothing to it. Looks shiny and black. Two options kind of at this point would be to color match the whole thing, paint the whole thing black, or we could try and do something fun with some stencils that will hide a majority of the pinholes and take your eye away from there being pinholes. Anger. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to take that thing off. I'm not gonna clear or paint the backside. So I'm gonna take the windshield off, tape off the entire black part of the backside of the frame. If I scuff that with like 800 grit, my black paint should stick right to it and we shouldn't have to worry about it since the clear is still new. It should bite pretty well. Okay, we're just gonna rattle can this black because I don't really care. And the entire Miata and the Bug are all rattle can with clear over the top, and it lasts and it works great. So that's all we're gonna do. So got everything taped off, so the sides and the top look good. They didn't have a ton of pits like the front did. So part of that, like I said, was from too little activator. The other part was probably from the fact that I couldn't hold the freaking thing and I didn't go in slow enough and at the right angle, and I just kind of dropped it in. So tops look good because they weren't the first thing to face down and hit. So we're just gonna do it on this face. Wish me luck. All things considered, this turned out way better than I expected. You just saw some kind of beauty shots of it. It's freaking cool. I went real light on the paint, kind of give it a little bit of translucent. Some areas I didn't do that very well. Other areas I nailed it. That's got to dry overnight, and then we will throw it on the Jeep tomorrow. Here's what's going on. Let me tell you guys, I'm slammed. I've been 3 weeks out for hydro dipping for about 2 months now. Like just straight, I can't keep up with the work. Earth Roamer's keeping me busy. Another kit form there. More sinks. This, that. These two pieces here. Side skirts, front lip, rear diffuser up there. I gotta paint all those. I gotta dip all these. What I'm getting at is I've been really focusing on just trying to get work done and get money in, because we're at the point in basically all these builds where we need money to progress. There's that 4 STI pieces. I have to polish this, which is gonna suck. 2 BMW covers that just got dropped off. I just did these carbon fiber wheels. There's about 20 pieces. I think he said it was from a GTO or a Camaro, but whole box full of stuff. Here's a windshield for a Harley from one of you guys. We're gonna dip the front of it, I believe. A ton of stuff just left, and I'm full. I'm 3 weeks out again, and I just finished up a ton of work. So, okay, here's what's gonna happen. The Jeep, the Bug, the Miata, and Mina Civic are all going to run and drive and race this year. That is what is going to happen. We've done a ton to the Miata cart. I'm waiting until we have everything done, so it's just a killer video. But we have a lot that we are doing. It's just all kind of like, it's gonna build up and then snowball, and then it's just gonna be content, video. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna go home and go to bed. I've been here for 12 hours. Again, it's been every day, like 12, 13 hours. So I'm gonna go home and sleep. That's gonna dry overnight, and then in the morning, or like right freaking now, I'll show you what it looks like on the car. All right, so the disadvantage of making this windshield look killer is now the dust on the Jeep makes it look terrible, but it looks pretty slick. I kind of think color match would have looked better personally, but I think once the cage is all finished and we do nice gloss black on that, it'll kind of tie it in, and then we'll probably do black wheels and we'll accent it. But I mean, the windshield itself, that looks way better. I like it quite a lot. So we'll get some glass for that. Luckily, my new neighbors that just moved in do auto glass, and I also have a buddy, so I'll see which one of them is available, and we'll get some glass thrown in there. Next Jeep video, I have 2 videos I'm gonna throw out. Someone tried to steal my Duramax, made a video on that. Pretty ridiculous. And then next Jeep video, I'm gonna clean up this engine bay, and I'm going to epoxy primer the whole bay. We're gonna get rid of all the rust, clean up all the junk, get everything nice and clean out that transmission housing, get everything ready. Parts are going to be officially on order by the end of today for this. So by the time that video is done, you watch the other videos, we should have everything for this and it should be installed. And then we need another $2,600 for a freaking clutch. That's under there, under all that junk. Need a clutch. We're gonna do a monster twin disc. It's actually a cheaper twin disc than the one I got for the Bug, which is cool. And then we still need Holley and we still need water to air. But first on the list is getting those parts, so those will be on their way by the end of today, or at least officially ordered. And then we'll get going. After I get the clutch and Holley and the intercooler, we're done. We don't have to buy anything else other than wheels and tires and the cage. But as far as getting this thing running, driving, doing burnouts, after I buy that stuff, spend another $2,600, we're done. We have all the fuel system right here and all these bags and all that junk there. We're good. So we're making progress. It's been slow, I know, but we have a game plan and we are going with it now. I have to get to work. Like I was saying, I got a lot to do, so I'm trying to just get as much money in here as I can. And there's a little hint of what we're doing on the Miata cart, all the parts all over the place. So we're getting busy, we're doing what we can. So thank you guys for watching. Like the video, comment, as always, that always helps. It tells YouTube this video don't suck. So appreciate your time. We'll see you in a few days.